Yo, 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 it's your boy Jay Best and Cam Newton. You my dog. You're my favorite quarterback to ever touch a football, but you're wrong on this one. So a couple of days ago, Cam Newton dropped his top 10 quarterbacks in the league currently, and he did not include the reigning Super Bowl MVP and Super Bowl champ, Jalen Hurts. So Cam Newton then goes on to make his top 10 list that did not include Jalen Hurts. Let's just start off with Justin Herbert and Jared Goff being on this list. Justin Herbert last year just threw 4 interceptions in the first round of the playoffs versus the Texans and lost the game. He also blew a 27-0 lead to the Jacksonville Jaguars a couple years ago. How is he more elite than Jalen Hurts? Then we got Jared Goff, who was the quarterback on the number one seed of the NFC last year and threw 3 interceptions in the second round versus the Commanders and lost. How is he more elite than Jalen Hurts? Did y'all know that Jalen Hurts has been voted first team all pro before? On this list, there's only 2 quarterbacks that has been voted first team all pro, and it's Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes. But Cam Newton believes that these 10 quarterbacks are better than Jalen Hurts. Make it make sense. Did y'all know that since 1994, Jalen Hurts is one of 9 quarterbacks to be voted first team All Pro and win a Super Bowl MVP? This list includes Steve Young, Kurt Warner, John Elway, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Patrick Mahomes, and Jalen Hurts. That's a very elite list of quarterbacks, and Jalen Hurts is amongst the elite. So Cam Newton's main argument is basically what's surrounding Jalen Hurts. That's what's making him great. When Patrick Mahomes won his first Super Bowl, he had Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, and a great offensive play caller in Andy Reid. During his back-to-back run, he had a top 5 defense in points allowed per game and also had Andy Reid, Travis Kelce. That's help, right? When Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl with the Colts, he had Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne and Dallas Clark. That's help, right? Troy Aikman, who's a Hall of Famer, had Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, and a great O-line. That's help, right? And Tom Brady, who's had arguably the greatest tight end of all time and the greatest head coach of all time, who's always had a great defense, he had help, right? And he went to the Bucks, had Mike Evans, Antonio Brown, and Rob Gronkowski. Like, all quarterbacks need help. Also, Joe Montana, who's one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever do it, had the greatest receiver of all time by his side. Let's make it make sense. So if we're going to discredit Jalen Hurts because of the great team that surrounds him, then we must discredit these Hall of Fame quarterbacks and these all-time greats that had great teams around them. And if I told you that going into last year's Super Bowl that Saquon would have 25 carries of 57 yards, you would have told me the Chiefs was going to win that game. But what did Jalen Hurts do? He was special through the air, and he was also special on the ground. He wins games. He's consistent. I don't know what more y'all want from the man.